Whoa.
Ready?
Did you break a sweat?
Hell yeah. In the back.
Was that from the backflip or from the fight?
Yeah. That was from all of it.
Picture perfect. You said you actually worked that specific liver punch. Why that move?
We saw the fight with him and Nam Fan. Nam dropped him with a body shot. So he knew that, his body was kind of weak. So, Nam actually came up and trained with us throughout my camp up in Sacramento. He's actually there right now still. And, like I said, that was something that we worked on. I just caught that kick and saw it wide open and just exploded into it.
Were you scared to take him down?
Scared? No, I wasn't. Honestly, I felt like wherever this fight went, I was going to be okay. We worked a lot of ground game, a lot of jiu-jitsu and wrestling for this camp. I honestly thought it was going to be more of a ground game. I wanted to keep it standing, but, with his type of almost like a Diaz-style fighting where he's kind of just in your face so much, I figured I'd have to take him down. And, luckily, I just caught that liver just right, and he went down, so it was good.
How important was this win to you after the Jose Aldo fight?
It was very important. I mean, coming off a loss, I felt like I needed to make a statement. I wanted to get the finish. I train hard to finish every opponent, but it's not going to happen every time. And I wanted to do it, and I got in there, and I feel like I kind of made a statement. So I'm happy right now.
A lot of people were surprised that he even got to fight you. That he didn't quite deserve it yet. How do you feel about it?
I was actually a little bit surprised when they first told me I was going to fight him. We were kind of having some trouble getting an opponent for a while. I didn't fight for like six and a half months. So I was on Mike and Jeff, every day, get me an opponent, I want to fight. Had a couple, I think like Bart Palashevsky, and due to injuries or rescheduling or something, just, people were pulling out. So when they told me it was him, at that point, I really didn't care. I just wanted to get back in there, so it was good.
How many fights do you feel like you are away from getting another shot at the belt?
Ultimately it's up to the UFC. I could probably see one or two more fights, but like I said, it's up to them. I'd like to get in there and fight again for it as soon as possible.
How's your hand holding up?
It's great. Feels good. Yeah.
All you guys at Alpha Male are pretty darn good at that guillotine. Were you threatened at all by his guillotine?
It was something we definitely had in our minds, and it's something we were going to watch out for. Obviously, he's really good at it. We've trained with him. He came to Sacramento and rolled with a bunch of guys, and everyone told me it wasn't going to be a problem. No, he wasn't catching anybody over there with it. And but like I said, it was something that we were going to worry about and we trained for. So just never really got there. Cody was a little bit, a guy that wasn't really ranked up there too high, and I'd like to get right back in there, so any of the top guys.
Were you a little disappointed you couldn't be on the same card as Uriah? Of course, he was slated to be on that card, and now he's got moved. So.
Yeah, definitely. When I first got offered to fight again, it could have been in June or July, and they told me Uriah's going to be fighting in July. Obviously, I wanted to fight as soon as possible, but I still, I passed that one up, and it kind of sucked the last few weeks. They told us he wasn't going to be on it, and it is what it is. I'm still going to get in here and fight just as hard, but it definitely makes it a lot better when you have one of your buddies with you.
And how's training going for Hennon? Is he
really good? He's feeling great. The whole time we were in Vegas, he was training. Phil Nurse, Mark Delagrati were out there working with us, and he's feeling really good.
When you caught the kick, was it like, I can't reach his face? So did you actually think that?
Yeah, actually, I remember when I was sparring with him, I was trying to close the distance so much, but he's so tall that all he had to do was kind of lean over, and I was just whiffing every single one. So I remember kind of getting frustrated when I was sparring him, and that was something that, we were kind of working on at camp. And, like I said, Nam Fan and those guys were there, and the body's so much closer, and we knew that was a weak spot for him. So it was definitely something we were aiming at.
You talked about training with Cody, and we know the Alpha Male camp is pretty close with the Gracie Fighter Lodi camp. Was it difficult for you guys? Was there anything exchanged as far as who was going to be able to train who? Or
I don't think Cody trained with them this camp just because of that reason. We kind of have a pact with those guys. We don't fight anyone from their camp, and they don't fight anyone from ours. So, I don't know for a fact, but Nick came into our gym about a week ago and watched some of our boxing sparring with some of our. He had a couple of his guys with him and stuff, and Danny Castillo went down there a couple weeks ago and did some boxing sparring with them. So both guys said that he wasn't around. So I didn't really ask a whole lot, but I don't think he really trained with him this camp.
So you almost didn't even break a sweat tonight, right? So what are you doing afterwards?
I'm gonna go to
celebrating for?
Right now I'm gonna go to the Maria Beach Club. We're gonna have an after party. Me, Joe, and Faber. Maybe have a couple beers, relax for a little bit, and then when I get home, I'm gonna go fishing, probably take my dad and hit the river for a little bit while the sun's still out and have a good time.
Right on. Great fight.
Cool.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Chad.
guys.
Congratulations.
This is better with the ladies. You're a Faber. Because there's a big debate going on right now, and Joseph Benavidez says Faber's got it.
Well, if Faber does got it because I'm married, so I'm off the playing field now. So yeah, Faber's definitely got that.